Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the question number 14 from our SQL 50 series from Leetcode. Okay, and the title for this question is confirmation rate. So let's go through the table structure first as usual. So here we are having two tables. First one is the signups and it has a user ID and the timestamp column where the user ID is the column of the unique values. Okay, and each row contains information about the sign up time for the user with the user ID when that particular user has signed up, right, into suppose any website or somewhere. And the next table is confirmations. So here confirmation tables consist of user ID, timestamp and action. Okay, so suppose this is a like a system where you need to sign up and then you need to confirm it whether you can say a multi-factor authentication. Suppose you are trying to sign up somewhere and it sends you an OTP and you need to confirm it. Okay, so this is the similar kind of use case. So here user is trying to sign up there and it is sending them the OTP with a certain time period validation. Okay, so here user ID timestamp together is the primary key and the combination of columns with these unique values. Okay, so these two columns consist of the combination where these two columns represents the unique values for the each row. Okay, and the user ID is the foreign key from the sign up tables. And action is an enum where you will have either confirmed or timeout. So suppose your OTP's validation is just 2 minutes, okay, and you couldn't enter it within the time range, then it will be like timeout. Okay, so here enum, as we discussed in the previous videos as well, enum is a type which you need to define it initially, and then the values won't be other than that, other than those values which are already defined. So here in this case, either you will have confirmed or you will have timeout. Okay, so let me first go through the question here. Here the question is write a solution to find the confirmation rate of each user and return the result table in any order. So we don't need to do any ordering or anything. Okay, so let me show you the values into the table first. So into the signups table, let me show you the signups table. So here you are having these user ID and when they had signed up. Okay, so this is the value. But when we go to the confirmation table, so here you have this user ID 3. It tries to sign up at the time this given timestamp and the action is timeout. Okay, and here again the user ID is 3 and again it tries on the different day, again it is timeout, right? So here what we need to find out is we need to find out the confirmation rate. So for this particular user ID 3, there isn't any confirmed action, right? So it means the confirmation is 0 for this. Correct. So let's go through the second record for the 7. So 7 is trying to sign up 3 times, these 3, and all 3 times it is confirmed. So it means that the confirmation rate is 1 for this. So it attempted 3 times and it confirmed also 3 times. So it means the confirmation rate is 1 for this. And here for 2, it is like confirmed 1 time and 1 time timeout. So it's like 50%. So the confirmation rate will be 0.5 because the total action has been taken 2 times, out of which the confirmation is being done 1 time, right? So this is what the table structure is. Okay. And if we see here, do we need anything else? Okay. So the confirmation rate of a user that did not request any confirmation message is 0. So like here you see 2, 3, 7, all these IDs has been trying at least one or twice, right? But there is ID 6 which never tried itself. So for that, the confirmation rate will be 0. And we need to round the confirmation rate to 2 decimal places. Okay, so hope you understand the question now. Let me show you the signups table again one more time. So here you see this 3, 7, 2, 6. So 6 never tried. So for this, the confirmation rate should be 0. So as soon as you see this kind of scenario, right, where in one table, suppose this is the sign up tables, here there are more record, but into the confirmation there is less number of record. But into the output, you want the output corresponding to those record which is not present into the second table also. So immediately there is an indication that there you need to join you need to perform an outer join. Either it will be left or it will be right. It just depends on the position where you are placing your tables, right? Okay, so let's just break this problem into smaller chunks. So what it is asking is, okay, to find out the confirmation rate, you need to find out the action, one particular action performed by the each user. I mean, the total action, right? And out of those action, how many times you have the confirmation rate as well. So you need to find out that as well. And then that confirmation count should be divided by the total count. Then you will be getting the rate of that confirmation, right? So that you can find it with the help of only the confirmation table itself. How you can do it? So let's just do it. Select user ID, comma, count. Let's just mention it user ID as total action. Correct. So with this, we can find out the total action. So let me do a group by since I'm using the aggregate function, right? User ID. So what this will give me, this will give me the total action. So let me run this. So here you see the user ID 3 has performed 2 action, user ID 7 has performed 3 action, user ID 2 has performed 2 action again, right? So let me show you the data again. So yeah, so here you see you got the total action. How many times a user has performed an action, you got that. But now you want how many times they have confirmed it, right? So you need to take the count where the action is confirmed, right? So how you can do it? There are multiple ways to do it, but we'll do it with the help of case statement. Okay. So case when action equal to confirm, then one else zero, and as confirmed action, right? But this won't give you the total confirmed action, right? So for this, what you need to do is you just need to do the summation of this here. Okay, so now if I'll run this, so here you see that ID 3, there was no confirmed action. ID 7, there was all three confirmed action, and ID 2, there was one confirmed action out of those two, right? So now we have broken into the multiple, I mean, small chunks into this, and then we solved it in this way. Now I think it will be pretty clear that how you can go ahead and do the rest of the steps. Okay, so what it wants is it wants the confirmation rate. So how you can do the confirmation rate is from this summation, I mean, into this summation, the total confirmed rate divided by the total action, right? So here you can just, let me do one thing. Let me just create one more column, and together I need to, I'll show you. So let me just first copy this divided by our this, right? So this will give me the count of the confirmed action, and this will give me the count of total, right? So now if I'll run it, let me as confirmation rate. Okay, now let me run it. Yeah, so here you see this. So 0 divided by 2 is 0, 3 divided by 1 is 1, 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, right? So now here it wants into two digit, right? As per the question. So you can just do it like this, comma 2. Now if I'll just run this, yeah, so now it is in two digit. Okay, so now here the tricky part is, which I cleared in initial discussion, right? That whenever you see that into the signups table, you are having more record, but into the confirmation table, you don't have, but into the output, you want those record as well, which is not present into the first table. Then you need to have some more joins. I mean, outer joins, right? So let me just do it a right outer join with our right join with our signups table. So our signups table is this s on c dot user id is equal to s dot user id. Okay. And then here this user id should be taken from the right table, the master table, s dot user id. The count of user id is fine. And this is also fine. Let me run this. Okay, I think it is giving me some error. Let's see what's the error is. User ID in the field is ambiguous. Okay, yeah. So here we haven't given this c dot user ID. Action should be coming from the confirmation. This also C and this also C. And count of the user ID should be C. And the group by also here. So group by should be whatever we have selected it. Okay. So we are selecting it from the signups. So it should be on the signups. So let me run this. I hope everything is fine. Yeah. So here you see this 4 rows is coming and the record also coming corresponding to the ID 6, right? Let me just pull this down. Also coming corresponding to 6 and we don't want this null, correct? So we want a value called 0 for this. So let me just use the coalesce function. I think, array, what I did. Am I doing the spelling wrong? Let's just see. Okay, so here we want 0, right? Again, it is giving me some error. Function collage does not exist. Let me see. I think I'm doing something wrong. Okay, COA. Okay, sorry. Sorry for that. Yeah, now it is giving me this. Now I should be getting the proper result. Yeah, so here you see this. It is coming the confirmation rate as 0 for that ID 6 as well. So what coalesce function is does is it picks the not nullable column. Okay. So here, if it is null, then it will pick this value. So here you can use other like case when as well, but I'm just using coalesce here just to make you curious about this function so that you can just search about this coalesce, what it does. But at a high level, I can tell you that coalesce function is like suppose you have this function and you have column 1 comma column 2 comma column 3. Okay, so here it will take the first not nullable value. So suppose column 1 is null. Okay, so it will pick column two's value. Suppose column 1 is also null, column 2 is also null, so it will pick column 3 values. Okay, yeah. So I think that's the okay. So not this is not the exact solution. So I just need to remove these two. I just written it so that I can show you while breaking it into the pieces. So now this is the answer. Okay. I think that's it for this question. If you have any other solution, please do let me know into the comment. Yep. Thank you.